We end our spring into summer series this morning with answers to your top questions about making summer plans now that we're beginning to return to normal. Many of you asked us about face masks, COVID variants, and the risks for vaccinated adults and children. CBS News medical contributor Dr. David Agus joins us with the answers. David, good morning. Let me get to the first question here right away from a parent on Twitter who asks, if my kid is fully vaccinated, can they safely go to an overnight camp where there would be kids who are not vaccinated?
Good question.
Yes. The answer is yes, 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 is that if the child is vaccinated. Remember, children are responding better than adults to these vaccines. They are protected even if they're exposed to somebody who is unvaccinated. So go to camp, enjoy, be a kid.
All right. One of our staff members' 5-year-old daughter, her name is Margot, has this question. Go, Margot.
Why is COVID still here, and why do we have to wear masks?
Oh, everybody's asking that question, Margot.
It's a big question from Margot.
Margot, so I feel bad that people 12 and older may not have to wear masks when they go out and when they're getting together, but unfortunately you do, because we're not yet vaccinating children under 12. We're here because this virus is different than every other virus we've seen in that when you feel good, you can spread the virus. So people unknowingly, asymptomatically have spread that virus. And that's why it's taken so long.
We've got a question from Jessica. A lot of people want to know this, Jess. Should vaccinated people still get tested before and after traveling?
That's a good one. And so before traveling depends on the country you're going to. Many are requiring a negative COVID test before you get on that plane. In the United States, we require at least 3 days or a minimum of 3 days before you get back, having a negative COVID test before you fly back. If you're vaccinated, you do not have to quarantine when you get back. But we're asking that people get tested 3 days after they get back to the United States.
What if you're traveling in the States? What do you think about that? I know a lot of people want to
Then
know
no.
why. No. Okay.
Wear a mask on a plane, enjoy it, and you do not have to quarantine or be tested unless certain states have requirements. Hawaii does have a requirement that they're asking for tests, and there will be a COVID vaccine exemption, but I don't think it's started yet.
Okay. Dr. Agus, Frank wants to know, can those who are fully vaccinated but test positive for COVID-19 spread the virus to those who are unvaccinated and potentially make them sick?
Frank, that's the question. This is based on all the data we have on the vaccines, the real-world evidence. The answer is no. And so if you're exposed to somebody with COVID and you have a small amount of virus, it's not enough to spread to somebody else, which is why we're saying you only need to be tested if you're symptomatic.
Wow, that's great news. All right, David, Lisa asks, are vaccinated people still supposed to stay away from places where it's unknown who is vaccinated and who is not?
If you have a normal immune system and you've been vaccinated, the 2 weeks after that second shot or after the J&J shot, go to the supermarket, go to events. It's okay. You are protected, and you are protected from bringing it home. Even if you have young children, you're not going to spread it to them. And that's why the CDC changed its recommendation. It's based on data.
Okay, here's Heather. She wants to know if a fully vaccinated person is exposed to a variant, will they still experience symptoms? And can a fully vaccinated person get COVID? So
right now, the 3 vaccines that are approved by the FDA within EUA all protect against all of the known variants from serious illness. There's a small percentage of people that, when exposed to a variant, will be what we call the breakthrough cases. And then normally they're just mildly symptomatic. So in general, we are protected from those variants, and that's what's so exciting. 14 and a half months we've been cooped indoors. This summer, enjoy.
Yeah, that's music to my ears. Thank you, Dr. David Agus.